Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. It is Saturday. We are here, Melissa with Guidance 311 and Reverend Sheila Tillich with Sheila Be Healing. So very excited for us to be back together. And Sheila, I know you've got a lot going on, and I actually got a chance to watch part of the interview you just posted on the Lightworkers page. So for those of you who don't subscribe to the Lightworkers group, please do, especially if you're planning on joining us for the Lightworkers Connection Circle that we're actually getting back together on November 2nd. It's been a week, right?
Yes, it's been 2 weeks,
It's been 2 weeks.
a little bit over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually have changed the day from Wednesday to Tuesday nights now at 8 o'clock. And we made that decision with a poll. We had a poll out there, and Tuesday was the big event, big one that actually tested. That's the day they wanted, and it's going to be at 8 o'clock to 9:30. And this will give the young ones time to get their babies in bed and kind of relax and stuff like that. So Tuesday nights, the first and third Tuesday of the month. So we're going to be meeting the second this Tuesday, and our actual focus will be on inner wisdom. All right. And then also we have the one on the 16th. So that's 2 weeks later. We'll have that. And then also another event I'm having is Lemurian Sisterhood Sacred Circle. So I'm having a wonderful event on November 22nd, and we're going to have a beautiful astrologer. All right. She's also a co-host. She's a host with me, the Lemurian Sisterhood from Arizona. Her name is Annie Rutzis, and she is going to be riding the wave, the ancestral stuff with astrology. So that's going to be really cool. So we're going to put those links in in the chat room. Melissa's going to do that. And we're ready to rock and roll. I'm glad to be back.
Yay! So first and foremost, let's just wish you a happy birthday. So we missed you last week. I'm glad you had a good time. I love the pictures.
You know, a lot of people, I want to share about that. And I usually don't celebrate my birthday, but Spirit told me this year was different. And the reason it's different is because of the energy that's here. And I've gone through so many transformational things in my life, recalibrating, which we all are doing, but especially me in my own personal life. And I turned 67. So when you do numerology, 67 is 13. And 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 and 8 are my magic numbers. And my birthday was October 22nd. So that's 2-2, which is 4. But another reason is it's part of my own healing process. When I was 13, my family never recognized my birthday. My mother, my siblings, and it was embedded. So it's kind of like the old patterning. So, Spirit says, you're 13. Let's go and celebrate. So that's what I did this year. I celebrated. I had 2 beautiful weekends of celebration for my 67th birthday. So that's what it's. So thank you very much. And thank you all, everybody that reached out and wished me happy birthday and was part of that, and the people that, wanted to make it special for me. So I appreciate that. I'm glad to be back. Yay!
Yeah, we're glad to have you back. Absolutely. So, Sheila actually just did a beautiful interview that you can look at, which really kind of highlights everything that she does. So I know, we talk about certain things or a few things every week, a little bit here and there, but really, I love that in-depth interview that you gave. So if you're part of the Lightworkers Connection page, please take a look at that. And if you're not, asked to join. Absolutely. So really, really good stuff. And I love how the heal, evolve, grow
Yeah.
subject for today.
Release, heal, evolve.
There we go.
Release,
Sorry.
heal, evolve. It's all right. It's just different words. It means all the same thing.
And so I love how that ties into how you were just talking about your own growth journey.
Exactly. So I actually coined those words, release, heal, and evolve. And then when you go to my website, you'll see my packages and what that means. But releasing, with IET and the healing stuff that I do, it's all really part of my own journey, the things that I've released. And yeah, that's great. My birthday, bringing that story out about, 13, when I was 13, didn't have a birthday. And it's totally different now. You can change everything, but you need to release that pain from that time. And that's what I've done over the years. And so when you release the things that no longer serve you, as you grow, you heal from that. And that's the middle part. And the healing is so very important. And as you can heal, then you can step into your divineness and evolve into who you really are supposed to be. And that's exactly what we as healers and we're out there to help people do. And we have to do it personally ourselves. And that's the most important. You can be a great healer and help a lot of other people, but you really need to go inside and heal yourself first. And Melissa, your story when you share about IET and how you found me and came to me is a prime example. And we're all on this journey together, releasing, healing, and evolving.
No, it's so true. I really had done a lot of my own work. I'd read the books, I'd done the counseling, I did a lot of things, and I knew I needed something else. And I think that that's what really, with the new energies that are going, and so many people are awakening now, that healing piece is becoming such a big thing because people are recognizing that they can't get out of their own way, that they're blocked or they're stuck in some way. And so that's one of the things that has really kind of blossomed. And, I just started on this IET journey and offering healing, less than a year ago. And it's just bloomed and it's been beautiful. And the profound change that people around me have been having has been just been awesome. I don't know what other word to use.
Yeah, yeah. I love teaching IT. Of course, you know that. And I do have an intensive workshop that's coming up, the 19th, 20th to 21st. And that's a weekend that, like what you did, Melissa, you did intensive. It's easier to do it really quickly. And that really helps you on this journey. So that's also on my website, SheilaTillich.com. Go to the events and you can see that. You can sign up for all of that. Releasing, releasing, personal releasing, is magical. Okay, so continue. You were going. I'm sorry.
No,
It
that's
talked
okay.
into my it talked into my head.
So that's the healing piece, but I think the evolution piece is the piece that people have a hard time with or don't know how to evolve. So, what are some of the key concepts of the evolve piece, would you say?
Keeping it very simple and just doing it one day at a time. So we always talk about, seeing the bigger picture. And what does that mean? So we're here to evolve to our spiritual divineness, who we really are, and this awakening, the shift of consciousness awakening, which we talk about all the time on this, is about you stepping into your spirituality, your divineness. And it's been with us from eons. And now with this consciousness, we're able to actually tap into that. And the easiest way is to take responsibility and say, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to follow your gut intuition, your inner wisdom, and do it simply, doing by the breath, taking the time to do the sip, which we talked about many times on this when we've shared many times. Do the tarot card, of course. Your readings are wonderful. A lot of people are picking up on their own abilities, and that's where we're evolving. That's when you can look back and see your evolution, where you came from and how far you're going, and it gives you hope, and it gives you excitement that yes, you are on your way. This is good. This is where I need to be, and I'm evolving into the spiritual being, my spiritual potential, why I came here to do. All right, so evolve, keep it simple, one day at a time, connect with like-minded people, and we talk about the universe always having your back. Your universe
Yeah,
knows.
and I think that that's, the big piece for me, and it took a long time or a lot of practice, was shifting my awareness, my consciousness, and
Yes.
getting out of the unconscious thought patterns, getting out of the self sabotage, really recognizing how I was self sabotaging with my thought patterns, and
Exactly.
recognizing, Eckhart Tolle says, "You're not your thoughts." And when I read that, I had to really read it a couple of times because I thought that's profound, that's huge. That all of those really negative thought patterns are not who I am. I'm the I'm the I'm the observer of that thought.
All
That's
right.
who I am.
Okay, so let's move that forward now. Edgar, he said that you're not your thoughts. However, now this new energy is that your thoughts can make a difference, and it's your positive thoughts that you put out there. So when you think stinking thinking, you're going to get stinking results. But if you think positively, that's where you evolve. All right. So those are great quotes. And yes, it's true. I'm not my thoughts where I think, oh my God, self-sabotaging, beating yourself up. I'm never going to be, good enough. The woulda, shoulda, couldas. Those are old patterns, old belief systems that we were programmed to believe. And so now with the shift of consciousness, we can step into a new direction. and by thinking positively in the energy field. And that's exactly what the new energy is all about. Ascension.
No, it's so true. And, I've been really kind of, many people are like, well, how do I think positively? How do I, let go of just the fear
Shift, shift, shift,
yeah, shift.
shift, shift, shift. And I always teach that shift. The moment you think those fear or you think of those thoughts, say to yourself in your bed, shift. And that will give you realize how the negativity things that you think of all the time, but you have to shift your thoughts into positive thinking. All right. So say when you think of shift, think of SHIT, shitting on yourself. Okay. So basically that's what you're doing. You're putting that negative thought into the energy field. And so if you shift into positive, that's the energy field that you're going to be in. And that's what you're going to project and bring forward in your life. Shift.
Yeah, no, and I think that that's such an easy thing to do, because when you start recognizing your negative thought patterns, when you start recognizing how many times you start worrying in a day, or you start thinking about how things are going to fall apart, or the rug's going to get pulled out from underneath you, and you can just do that very simple thing and say, "Oh shit, not thinking that thought."
Exactly. And the old way you say, the angel on the right shoulder, the good angel, the bad angel, and the thoughts. All right. Those are old way of thinking. But think of, no, I have the power to shift these thoughts, and that's the new consciousness that's here.
No, it's so true. And, so many people are asking me these questions recently. And, what am I feeling? How am I feeling? Why am I having all this fear come up? Why am I having, all these headaches? Why am I having all these vibrations, or just not feeling right, or feeling out of sort, or tired? And it was interesting. I actually just saw, and you might have been the one that posted it, but there was this huge solar flare.
Yeah.
And so these energies are big. And
Yeah.
so that's what I've been really kind of talking about. Very surprisingly, this past week was a lot about ascension symptoms.
Oh, exactly. And Dr. John Ryan talks about that too, and, the energy field that we live in causes uh, out with the old, in with the new. I love it, Cynthia. Thank you very much. We all are feeling these ascension symptoms, and we talk about that a lot. But it all has to do with the magnetic field and stuff that's happening to our body, but also physically, the physical problems that we have. That's why I love IET too, is that you can get to the root cause. Where do these symptoms come from? And in my practice, I don't just do IET. I do unity field, which is the higher frequency, and also heart math, which you connect from your heart to your brain, dealing with a lot of those emotions, and you change your frequency around your body. But also as a counselor, as a spiritual counselor, to look at the whole enchilada, the whole tapestry of your life, or the whole puzzle, right? And you have a lot of pieces where you can put it together. And so we're going through this ascension time, and many of us are experiencing physical symptoms and emotional symptoms. All right. And yes, it is the frequency of the solar flares and everything, but it also has to do with your DNA, things that are stuck in your energy field. And that's why energy healing is so powerful, because you go back to what caused it in the first place. What caused it in the first place?
Let me play not devil's advocate, but let
Yes.
me I'm just going to act like I don't know anything. Let's talk about the spiritual DNA. What is that?
Ooh.
Because I think
Oh, my specialty, of course, Okay, so integrated energy therapy deals with the 12 spiritual strands of your energetic potential as a soul. What does that mean? All right. So science has discovered that there's more than just the first and second DNA, which the first part of your DNA is, the color of your eyes, your genetic, what you look like. And then the other part is your emotional, are you introvert, extrovert, how you relate to things, how you emotionally respond to things. And since 2012, of course, with this possession of the equinox and this energy, this shift, scientists have discovered in the energy field scientifically that there's more to the DNA than meets the story. And so IET deals with the other strands of the DNA. So the 12 spiritual strands, layers of your DNA. All right. And that's what I love getting to the root cause, going to the issues and the tissues. All right. And then as you start to resonate with this frequency and understand it, then you can go to a higher frequency, all right, in your DNA, and you start to live your soul's potential. That's why I like IET, because you find out what your soul's potential is. Now, unity field healing is the 24th chromosome DNA. All right. And we talk about this a lot, you know, in the light workers. We talk about it, of course, Lemurian sisterhood, and is what is the frequency that's here now. Unity field healing is the 24th frequency, which means it has to do with wounds that you have from other lifetimes and other planets that we sent it from, but also really intentional stuff that you need to work on now. Like I had to work on my bandit issues, right? Mm-hmm. And also now we're dealing with ancestral issues. Mm-hmm. All right. And it's huge. It's huge. And once you can get in there and do that healing with the unity field, it allows you to ascend higher and to live a more fulfilling life now, joyful life. And that's part of the ascension process. That's something that you can do. So the DNA is really important now, and it's about the frequency.
Right. And that's really why I wanted to bring that up, because I think that's so important for the last piece of this, which is so you've healed, you're evolving, and now you're growing. Or what's it?
Release, heal, evolve.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. You're growing. So in my packages, how I explain it. So I got the 3 different packages: the release, the heal, and evolve. And a matter of fact, I have a special on that. If you subscribe to my newsletter, which is coming out on Thursday, by the way, all right, I have some special promotions as far as percentages off. $50 off my one package, my first package, and then $100 off the other 2. So the release is a smaller package where you actually release, get into those blockages in the energy field. The heal issue package is more where it's ongoing. You continue. All right. Every time you do a session, your frequency changes. All right. Your DNA remembers, because remember, you're a spiritual soul. All right. So the heal package is 6 different sessions with 2 extra bonuses, which actually get 8 sessions. All right. And then the evolve part is 12 sessions, and you get 3 bonuses. So actually you get 15 sessions. And this is for people, you know, it's ongoing, you know, and because my sessions, I do all different things. It's not just, you know, IET sessions or unity field sessions or counseling sessions. It's teaching. I teach at the same time. So my sessions, when you do a package, you can use any of that time with me, you know, for anything that I do. It is evolving. You are evolving into the spiritual being. And then you take what you've learned and you continue to evolve, you know, and that's why it's important to do healing sessions all the time. It's just like have a massage. I had a massage yesterday. Oh my God, it was awesome. You know, my muscles need it. It's the same with energy healing, and it helps you stay on the right path with relationships, you know, what's going on with your body. What's going on?
No, it's so true, you know, and I talk about that all the time, that, you know, energy healing is not one and done. It's a process, and it's a process that's ongoing, because once you, you know, heal maybe the past trauma, you know, now there's present, and then there will be future. You know, we are human. We are going to, you know, have to keep stumbling, have to keep evolving. I mean, it's a process. You know, I think when I was younger, I kept waiting for the end to appear, like to get to the finish line and be like, I won. And there is no finish line. It's a journey. And so that's why I think it's so important for us to recognize that even when we think we've gotten to a place, you're not going to stay there very long. Something's going to come where it's going to move you, because you are here. Your life purpose, your soul purpose is to keep ascending. And so I think that's beautiful that there is this, you know, these modalities, many modalities, to kind of help you in whatever you're comfortable in doing it. And I love how you combine your modalities, so nobody has to choose, nobody has to pick.
Yeah. So you know, when you have a session with me, I combined all of it together, unity field and IET, and I explain why, so you kind of understand it. We have a lot of people that are saying hi this morning. We haven't said hello. Of course, Dana Wagner. Hello, Dana. Anne. Good morning, Anne. Cynthia, of course. Hello, Cynthia. Yay. Kara Dodge. Hello. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Kara. Dorothy Raymond. Hello. Good morning. And of course, my niece Jenny, who is actually in the other room. She's here from Connecticut to do the Firewalk, which hopefully is still on this afternoon. And
Kara Wilson.
Carol, huh? I don't have
Carol.
that.
Oh, she was the very
Oh, there
first
she is.
one.
Oh,
Yep.
there she is. I'm sorry. I apologize, Carol, that I overlooked you. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I see there's a couple of people on here twice. Well, this isn't really a reading, Sandy. This isn't a reading. All right. What it wants you know is that you have the power inside you, but you need to do the work.
No, it's so true. And I'm 2 weeks into my intuitive guidance course, which if you're looking to step into your intuition and using your gifts for yourself, and we all have them and we're all able, it's just about doing the work, like we talk about. But no, it's beautiful, and people are really learning, and they are growing, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if you're someone that was looking at my course or my classes, just know that the intuitive guidance course will probably be I'm looking at probably springtime of next year to bring it back. And I also have the evidentiary mediumship class that is coming in after the first of the year, and those dates are already on the website. So lots of good stuff going on. But that's what's so important here is the healing is important, because that is how you raise your vibrational frequency to get into connection with your team. We want to co-create our reality. And that's what this new energy is bringing us to. It's not about just living the human experience with your five senses and striving and driving to make money and to have a family, and that's it. It's about evolving. It's about getting in connection with the more that is, the 5D consciousness, raising your vibrational frequency so that you can bring in your clairvoyance, your clairsentience, and your clairaudience, so that you can be in connection and co-create that reality. One of the things we talked about this past week is about starting to have conversations with your team. That's how that works. They will answer you. They will talk, bring you what you need, but you have to partner with them. One of the things we chose to do when we incarnated was to have free will. So they're not just going to swoop in and, unless it's a gut instinct or it's a dangerous situation, but on a day-to-day basis, it's kind of like, well, you've got choice here. What are you going to choose? And if you start choosing to ask them for the guidance as to what is the best way for me to move forward in this situation, and you trust and act on it, they'll bring you more. That's how that works. So, Sandy, it is one of those things, honey. If you just do a little meditation and you ask that question, you will feel the answer if you allow yourself to. And it's subtle and it might be fast, but that's why it's important to practice. But we all have it within ourselves. And that's why I love doing what I do. So yes, I've stepped into the healing, but that's really Sheila's forte, because what I'm passionate about is the teaching. It's about letting you know that you can do this yourself. You don't have to be special or different. No, we are all hardwired to be able to be in connection. It's just about learning how to tap into it.
Yeah,
Tap in, tune. What is it? Tap in, tune in, turn on is what Abraham says.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what IET is. That's why learning IET is about you learning how to heal yourself and tap into that. And what does that mean? Why you act a certain way, why you go in the same type of relationships, why your life isn't getting better, why isn't things manifesting, and doing all these things. Well, first you need to go to the cause, the root cause, all right, the internal stuff. So we all have disabilities, and I love teaching IET. It's really about your healing. And of course, as a practitioner, if you choose to be a healer, you can. Most people don't, though. And I always try to share is IET is about your self-healing, your self-healing journey, and how it can help you to move you on. And look at Melissa, how she used it. And that's what it's about, learning. And then when we talked about the DNA, all right, another thing is how you know when it's working is that once you tap into this higher frequency, you start to see changes in yourself when you relate to people, because your frequency has changed, right? So things change in your life and you start to evolve. That's your evolving. You're not doing the same old, expecting different results. You are changing. And that's what tapping into this frequency is all about. And there's many ways of doing it. We can ask all the questions and whatever. It's like until you take the responsibility and step into your power, that's when things change. That's why you're here.
No, that's so true. Well, good morning, Alberta. Good morning.
Good
So we
morning.
have a few minutes left. And so, Sheila, one of the ways, so we've talked about IAT, we've talked about unity field healing, and there's other modalities. There's sound healing, there's all different kinds of modalities that you can look at to do. But I want to ask you about this firewalk you're doing.
Yeah. So that's hopefully this afternoon. We still haven't made the complete decision. Firewalk is about your fears and really stepping into your power. The first couple hours, we're going to be focused. It's a workshop, all right, and it's a workshop of really getting deep down inside what is holding you back from living your soul's purpose. And Dr. Reverend Medi, all right, Jacques is actually the leader. She's going to be doing this, and it's going to be this afternoon. We are going to have another firewalk in the spring. We definitely are. Now, a lot of people do know about firewalks, and it's actually pushing yourself and seeing how far you can really go, the power that you have inside. Right. So it is very transformative. It is enlightening, and you will be a changed person. And it's facing your fears, and it's about my fears because Medi's been after me for 3 years to do it, and I'm saying no, 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 I'm not ready. But remember, this is a year of change. It's a big change, so it's like it's time. So we decided to put this event on. So firewalking is many people have done it. Tony Robbins has it on his. You pay thousands of dollars to do his firewalk. And this is very intimate. There's only like 25 people that were doing it.
Well, to be honest
But
with
it's
you,
good.
yeah, no, I really, really had planned on signing up and being a part of this. And, sometimes spirit speaks. And every time I went to sign up, like something like put me off. And then come to find out this weekend, now I know why, because I've got so many other things going on and a huge responsibility. So it
Mhm.
wasn't the time. So I do know,
Exactly.
yeah. So I will look forward to the spring and I will
Yeah.
plan on doing it with you then because I was very excited when I heard about it. And I really want to do it. And so, yeah, I'll be there, people. So if you want to do it with me, think about looking at Sheila. Keep posting on Sheila's website and her events for the next time they offer it.
Yeah, yeah, and as I said, sign up for my newsletter because that's where all my events are too, from month to month. And also, if you want to sign up for the Lightworkers connection, all right. So my events are free, the Lightworkers and the Sisterhood, the Marian Sisterhood. But you have to register, and when you register, you give me permission to send you the replays. But you have to be able to be part of my newsletter and opt in for the email legally. And also, you will get the replay if you registered. If you mark that box that yes, you want to get emails from me. So that's something new that we're putting actually in the registration now, so that people know that. Newsletter, SheilaTillich.com. When it pops up, just hit that. You want to be part of that, and then each month you will, and 2 or 3 times a month, my emails are going to go out more now, and breaking down my actual events, smaller pieces to kind of digest it and to get ready for the different events.
I think that's a great idea because there's so many things that you do, and depending on where you are on your journey, different pieces will resonate. So coming out, oh, I love that, Sheila. I love that because I
Yeah,
know that
yeah,
I've read your newsletters before, and I'm like, wow, that was a lot.
yeah, yeah. It's a lot. So we're going to break it down. We're breaking it down.
Yay!
Break it down. But first, you got to be on the list. I can't
Yes.
send you anything until you're on the list. So you need to go to my website, SheilaTillich.com, and do that pop-up newsletter. And then, of course, you want to go to the Lightworkers or the Sisterhood. You got to go to the events and hit that, and then you can register that way. And we did put the links in the box. And the Lemurian Sisterhood Shamanism School. I'm so excited because this weekend, right now, they are unrolling it in Sedona, New York, in Sedona, Arizona, the Cryon team. It's a Cryon event. So this coming week is when we're going to be able to go and tap in and actually start the teaching modules for shamanism. All right.
Very cool. Very cool.
So
Well,
and
guys, we are
the
out of
link is right there.
yeah, definitely take a look at the link, guys. We are out of time again.
Ah,
But we'll be back next week. If you want any more information about Reverend Sheila Tillich and everything she does, check out the description box. Her website is in there, SheilaTillich.com. Can't get easier than that. And then if you want any information about anything that I'm doing, guidance311.com. And just for today and tomorrow, I had a coupon out for 10% off on my 30-minute session to get an intuitive guidance reading or a mediumship reading. So that is still good until tomorrow at midnight. So you don't have to get the reading in the 2 days, but if you get it bought within the 2 days, you can schedule it out. So that's there, because I know a
Yep.
lot of people, when you want to work with someone, it's hinky. And so I've put that special out there. Everything I do is very spirit guided. October is when that veil is thinner. So I know many people are feeling spirit around and having questions. So if that's you, please take a look at that. The coupon code is very easy, OCT for October 2021. And that will get you 10% off a 30-minute session.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for being here with us. We love you. We appreciate you. We're sending so many blessings, so much light and love, and we'll talk to you soon.
Namaste. Thank you. Bye now.